Well, more absolutely incredible developments this week. And by the way, I did write about this over at Heather News, my Substack newsletter. See the link down below to read the latest article. Sign up so you receive my articles direct in your inbox so we can stay in touch. Now, one of the pieces of research that came out this week indicated that we could be heading for the biggest majority in British history. And this is a Find Out Now poll that had Reform on 33%, Labour 17%, the Lib Dems third on 16%, and the Conservatives reduced to just 14%. And by the way, that would mean a Reform majority of 222, 436 Reform MPs, the Lib Dems the second biggest party, and the Conservatives reduced to just 11 seats. And to put that into comparison, for instance, with Tony Blair in 1997 with Labour, well, Labour had 418 seats and 179 seat majority after that general election. So we really are talking here about a staggering level of support for Reform. But also this week we saw another massive, mega piece of research come out pointing to a truly historic general election result. Well, thank you so much to Private Internet Access for sponsoring today's video. PIA helps protect your data. It's a VPN, and it's the world's most transparent VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. And this VPN works with all of the streaming platforms, which is really useful. You can access more content than ever before by changing your geolocation. You can see it here on my phone. It helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection through their world-class server infrastructure, making your information shielded. And PIA allows you to protect unlimited devices with a single subscription, so you can protect your entire household with one subscription. It works across all platforms, and so if you want up to 86% off and pay as little as £1.57 per month, head over to privateinternetaccess.com/Michael Heaver, scan the QR code on screen now, or see the link below. So yeah, the YouGov MRP mega poll making it absolutely clear that as things stand, and this was a sample of 13,000 voters, we are looking at a Reform government. We are looking at Nigel Farage as our next Prime Minister. And really interesting to go through this mega poll. Reform only 15 seats short of a majority with this particular piece of research. That's an increase of 40 seats for Reform since the previous MRP projection earlier this year in June. And when you see Labour and Keir Starmer attacking Reform now, and they're going to get even more demented as the Reform support continues to surge, this is why. Because you see here, a majority of the Reform gains are at the expense of Labour. You can see another poll showing the Conservatives reduced to under 50 seats. And in terms of Reform support, bear in mind in this mega poll, this is just with Reform on 27%. Obviously, the Find Out Now poll had Reform on 33%. So there is a significant difference there. But just look at how many senior Labour MPs would lose their seats to Reform as things stand. See why they are so petrified. You're talking about Reform gains here in terms of taking Yvette Cooper's seat, the seat of Wes Streeting, Ed Miliband, Lisa Nandy, Angela Rayner would also lose her seat to Reform as well. And just what would there be left in terms of the Conservatives in Parliament? Well, again, as things stand, Robert Jenrick would lose his seat to Reform. And Kemi Badenoch herself, the Conservative leader, is just 1 point ahead of Reform. So she could easily lose her seat to Reform as well. And really interesting this, of course, with Welsh Parliament elections next year. Reform currently projected to win 23 of Wales's 32 constituencies, which again shows you the massive trouble that Labour are in Wales ahead of those Welsh Parliament elections. So yeah, guys, some very, very dramatic findings there. Of course, the challenge for Reform is to continue this momentum, try and increase it, try and get those numbers up even further. But please do let me know in the comments below Does any of that surprise you or not? Do reform have your support right now or not? As ever, I will keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.